The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
When was the last time you had really good Texas-style barbecue? Eric's Family Barbecue, the way it's supposed to taste. Always delicious, never rushed, and prepared to perfection. Eric's Family Barbecue uses only 100% fresh meat, slowly smoked over mesquite wood until it's juicy and delicious. We all know their brisket is the best, but have you tried their pulled pork ribs, or rib tips? Amazing, and their sides are all house-made. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip. You won't be sorry. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more information.
Still streaming. Holmberg's Morning Sickness. Online at 98kupd.com.
Brady just reminded me. Thanks, Silence the Voice. Today's the last day of September, which tomorrow, that brings on tomorrow the lamest radio stations in America, along with car dealerships losing their ass, start Rocktober. Yeah. Hey, we're a lame radio station. Are we doing anything? I don't know. Are we doing Rocktober or anything? Are we Rocktober?
I don't think so.
Got to hand it to KUPD for the 20 years we've been here. Rocktober has never been a thing we've been serious about.
Rocktoberfest.
Some of them are, though. Pittsburgh's finest radio, Rocktober is upon us.
You think Neandermark's going to be doing that over there?
Oh, they would love it if we went to Rocktober. That was in their heyday of radio. I remember when radio cared. We had a Rocktober. Well, isn't every month Rocktober? You're a rock station. And car dealerships that suddenly just want to rock you out. Tired of that ride you're in? Rock and roll over to blah, blah, blah's blah, blah, blah for Rocktober things.
It's that or scary savings.
Oh, yeah, and the Halloween one. And again, I look around and see the people who have already got their Halloween decorations at full bore. I think you're insane.
Too early?
Way too early. You wouldn't do Christmas a month early.
The survey I saw said mid-October.
At most, it's
was majority thought.
Look,
and there's
Christmas
is
a bigger holiday by a long shot. And if somebody had Halloween or Christmas decorations up in the middle of early October, you'd be like, this guy's wrecking the neighborhood. This looks stupid. We look like idiots. So Christmas lights are 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after. You can occasionally go a little bit early with Christmas, after, because it's a season of Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. There's a bunch of holidays. Halloween.
13% said it's cool to put them up in September.
Idiots. Again, I tell you, my friend Mark and his wife had them up 2 weeks ago. I'm like, it's still summer. You got a whole season to go before you got, we got to get into fall to get to, no, we're getting ready for Rocktober now. It's too early.
Maybe that's what I'll put up. Some Rocktober decorations
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Neighbors that have these orange lights on their house all year long for their garage and their entryway. And they're Halloweenish in color. And I call it Hell House. When I drive by, the Hell House is lit for the night because it looks like the devil's lights. Yeah. It's nice. But it makes me giggle because it's fire. It's like the gas lanterns. Hell House! They got Halloween decorations up. Hell House is off, and all their other lights are on. I'm like, what are you doing? The Hell House, this is the only time it applies to your entire home. Hell House. I'm going to knock on the door. I'm like, turn back on Hell House. Yeah. Why'd we shut off Hell House for October? I mean, you're supposed to keep it on the whole. But in July, it's okay? It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, people don't make any sense. Toledo, do you do the Halloween? No? You?
Medea does a little bit.
Is it up?
Yesterday she hung a wreath on the door, like a Halloween wreath thing.
That's kind
but it's not going crazy. Yeah. It's not going crazy.
I swear to God, my friend Mark and his wife Kristen, if they could put up a Halloween tree, they'd do it.
I got a friend that does that.
Oh yeah, there's
plenty.
She keeps her Christmas tree up through Valentine's Day, and then has that Valentine's tree that's going around.
So our friend Becky, Megan's friend Becky, she's huge into that.
Into the Christmas
tree?
Yeah,
almost more Halloween than Christmas. She does it crazy.
Yeah, she's a back sleeper.
She is, yeah.
Oh, I guarantee you she's a back sleeper. She had to be in high school, from what I hear. Not because of slutty behavior. Right. She had huge cans. Yeah. That was a rumor about Becky. And it was confirmed to be true by my eyes.
Nice.
These things were massive. Can't sleep on your side or stomach. You'd roll down the hallway.
So women get the pass with the back sleeping?
Huge canned women get back sleep passing.
Okay.
Because that's their job to lay down. You got those giant cans. You don't need to work. Jeremy's going out. Kind of almost sad news about Jeremy. I think this is it for him, right?
I think so.
He's not going to be here for Rocktober.
Man.
Jeremy has got himself a different gig. He got a promotion elsewhere. Not in this job. Not in this company. We know what he's capable of. He found a new, got a new overlord. And old Jer is moving on. It's the old days of radio where people actually got jobs at other places and, advanced that away.
Well, it still happens, just not in this company.
Not too much in any
People don't move on in this company.
That's true. We just kind of stay where we're at, which is fine.
Oh, whoa.
Well, Brett moved up. Yeah, Brett got a...
I said moved on.
But it took me 13 years to do it.
Yeah,
so.
he did overnights for an entire lifetime. But Jeremy will be this morning at your... go say hi to Jeremy. He's at Signal Butte Road and Warner. And today he has to be happy because...
and not with Signal Butte and Warner.
Here's the reason why. On his last day, no one can start the KUPD truck. It won't start. So this is how his day is going to go, guaranteed. He calls up Mark Randall and says the truck won't start. And the promo kid's not here. That kid didn't show up again. The one that keeps not showing up to work and keeps getting scheduled.
Rehired.
That's a pattern.
It's the best.
Building we had people like that.
And nothing like this. I said, we got to get rid of that guy. I need bodies. Well, do you? If he doesn't show up, are you getting what you need? All you're getting is a guy on the schedule. I need people.
You need ghosts.
You don't need people if he doesn't ever show up. He shows up sometimes, and that's all I need. Sometimes attendance. That's really all I'm shooting. That's a low bar, but that's what we got. So Jeremy's out there and calls Mark. He says, the thing won't start. He goes, shut the hood on it and hit it 4 or 5 times. Like, with what? Your fist. And Brett's like, what is he, Fonzie? So that's how we start the car. So now Jeremy's going to drive that thing because evidently it's self-sustaining all the way to Signal Butte and Warner. And then he's going to...
Don't shut it off.
Don't turn it off, because when you try to start it again, then you get all the KUPD listeners that are going to try to help him fix it. And they're going to monkey around with it until it's just drained of all of its value. And Jeremy won't care. And then if I'm Jeremy, I just call my wife and I tell Mark, I'm like, I'm out. See ya. Truck's at Signal Butte and Warner if you want it. The ghouls took it apart. And he leaves, but he's out there for a good reason. Safeway this morning for KUPD deployment packs. We're boxing them up on November 11th and shipping them out. I got an email from a guy who's overseas in the Far East. I think he said Manila, but I don't remember what he said. But he said, we're out here. Are we doing it again this year? Like, fantastic.
So they're still out there.
They're out there. Our Arizona troops got excited about it last year. They want the stuff. And I highly recommend today we go with the body wipes because I'm dealing with that right now, although I did get to shower yesterday. We'll talk about that in a second. The body wipes are an essential. It does make your life's different when you haven't been able to shower for a couple of days and you use these things. So let's focus on that today out at Safeway. He's heading on there right about now, Signal Butte and Warner, and it's just a great thing. So you guys have always been great for our troops overseas. They're deployed overseas, even when we're not talking about them in Afghanistan and the basics. We're so used to seeing, the desert for the last 20 years, and we all know that kind of went sideways. But they're still not home, and that's the key. We got KUPD stuff for you today, bandanas, T-shirts, concert tickets. Go say hi to Jeremy and bye to Jeremy, and then probably we're going to need some mechanics come about 8:30 to fix trucks.
Tow truck at the very minimum.
Oh, at the very minimum.
Yeah.
And I think Jeremy's dad does that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so he'll just call his pops and have that thing towed into the desert and leave it. If I was him, that's what I would do.
Bring it back here. Marky Fonzarelli can just do the slap in the hood and
hit it
rolling
4
again.
times, he says.
He hits it with his staff, though, Gandalf.
Not 5, not 3. 5 is right out. The number is 4 and no more or less. 3 is not going to work unless then once proceeds to 4. 5 is right out. It's ridiculous. Monty Python fans got that. Anyway, so going on, say hey to Jeremy. Signal Butte and Warner in Mesa for KUP deployment. I think that's great. I got an email from somebody. Oh, the Racist Redemption Show. He said, what about we have also dress-up mascots. You've got the Orange Man. You've got the St. John's Red Man. You've got the Redskin. You've got Chief Wahoo, Mrs. Butterworth, Uncle Ben. What a TV show it would be to send all the cast-off today's racist mascots out into the woods to look for Brian Laundrie. How about that? That would be a show I'd watch all day and all night. Dog the Bounty Hunter and his team of cast-off mascots. Butterworth, over there, bruh. and that bottle goes scooting over. Some guy is like trying to redeem himself at work, just an everyday person, but he has to redeem himself by representing Mrs. Butterworth and all the others that have been cast out.
Your Tom and Jerry's.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's the mascot so much. I don't think anybody really canceled her. That show just went away. Spick and Span just sits and giggles at us from the shelf. Still a thing. Can't get it. How has no one stopped that? If the Indians can't even be a team anymore, Spick and Span certainly can't be a cleaning product. Nips Crackers, you're on my list. How? That's 2. It just says Nips right there. I know, cheese nips, but come on.
With real cheese.
Are you guys watching Squid Game yet? Are you into it? How far?
I'm still on number 2.
You're on number 2.
Yeah.
Okay, you?
I'm midway through episode 3.
Okay, are you on it?
Nope,
you can't do
that's
subtitles. Damn
Won't
it,
do it.
Brett, you got to watch.
Won't do it. All right, I'll give it a shot.
It's a must watch.
Do it in English then.
No, you can do it in English. Yeah.
It'll mess you up, but it'll be
gets
all right.
weird. I prefer it where they're in Korean.
Yeah.
And
because you start picking it up after a while.
Yeah, because you start getting you can just look down and catch like subtitles.
Yep.
To me, I'm not a fan, but at the same time, I'm looking like, all right.
I've been doing it. Did the first one.
Oh, it's
with
amazing.
the overdub.
Yeah. Oh, you did? Terrible.
No, it's not as bad as I thought because at least the voices. The problem with the overdubs, a lot of times the voices are.
I can't do the overdub.
Terrible.
The overdub is the old
well with
that's what I'm telling him to do.
Yeah, I know. I can't do it. You don't like subtitles. I don't like.
No,
overdub.
I can't stand it.
If someone says it's overdubbed, I'd much rather have the subtitles than the overdub.
Me, of all people, had a problem almost with Godfather 2 because at the beginning of it was all Italian. And I'm sitting here reading, I'm like, oh, God damn,
I'm not going to read a movie.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah, I used to get upset at subtitles until I realized that there's a rhythm you get about 20 minutes in. You're like, oh, I'm reading it and watching at the same time. My eyes can do this. But Squid Game on Netflix is a Korean show. And the games are unreal awesome.
Number 1
Is it?
Netflix.
I don't pay attention to any of that stuff, but that's great. Good. Because that's number 1 there, so everybody's looking. And I've gotten to the end. Do you want me to spoil it for you? The last 7 people left are the new BTS. It's just making the band. It's pretty unbelievable. I started talking to a friend of mine who is Asian, Erica, and I said, I'm not real sure I'm hip with Korea. Hyundai cars are all of a sudden like super nice. They win Best Picture in the Academy Awards. This BTS shows up out of nowhere. Suddenly, for the first time in the history of human record, young American girls dig effeminate Korean boys. That's never been a thing. You've never in the history of America seen posters of a Korean boy on a little girl's wall in America until now. BTS, and they're kind of, I don't want to say it, but Tom Brenneman has a word. They're a little bit...
Twink?
Well, yeah, I can't tell if they're girls.
Yeah.
They're very feminine. And now this show, and I'm like, I think Korea's trying some sort of cultural takeover, like as a Korean invasion. And if they keep up with Squid Game, some of that stuff, I mean, it makes radio stations useless because the games they're playing, I'm like, this is what I would want to do in modern radio. They're elimination games.
Yeah.
And it's violent, but it's children's games with massive amounts of violence. And it's awesome. And you start getting into
All right, I might be in on this.
You get to the tug of war one. Oh, it's just, and they don't.
So you finished it.
I haven't finished it yet. No, I'm on like episode 6.
So the kids get hurt?
It's not kids, it's
Hurt?
adults.
Oh, I thought you were talking about...
Hurt. Okay, here's the thing.
Like
I'll
kids'
tell you this.
games.
Right off the bat in
okay.
this thing, they'll play a kid's game, and if you fail in the slightest, somebody shoots you in the head, blows your head off.
Automatically.
And then
like,
and they
there's a
got
computer.
Yeah, they got guns on the side,
Sensors.
laser pointers at your head, and they do red light, green light, which is the one kid at the tree goes red light, or green light, and then isn't looking, and you can run to the finish line, and then when the kid turns around, anybody still moving gets eliminated. Well, in this game, they just get blown up, and it's awesome. And they're adults, and they don't know they're playing. They don't know that's what they're doing when they first start playing. They're like, oh, I remember red light, green light, and they all get in line, and they all start playing, and then the first stop, this machine turns around, and then machine gun just starts lighting these Koreans up.
All right, I'm in.
So
Head
each
explosions.
person has a value, and all the ones that get dead,
Yeah.
they get put their
Their
money.
money.
In the bank.
Oh, man.
It's everything I wanted MASH to be. if Hawkeye was there, it would be great. BJ, I want to play red light, green light, but we'll kill all the Koreans. Oh, it was the best. So I've been watching all of that, and all I can think about is that BTS band. Because I'm like, man, Korea's just shown up out of nowhere in the last 4 years. Best Picture, huge pop band, Samsung TVs on everybody's walls in America. They've been watching us through these Samsungs. They know what we want. And they're algorithming
refrigerators with TVs.
Refrigerators, yeah, they got more things to watch us with. Pretty soon it's all going to be about food. It was pretty amazing. Little tiny South Korea. Out of nowhere. This would be like if Rhode Island all of a sudden had a music and entertainment explosion. It's like, wait a minute, you've never done anything. All you've done is sit there underneath North Korea waiting for trouble. And now you're like, something's going on. And I blame the Samsung smart TVs. We all bought one.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's got one in their house.
Oh, yeah.
And they watch and listen, report back to Korea. Next thing you know, wake me up like dynamite. I'm like, hey, they've got something. They know what we like.
They're not watching my TV then.
Yeah, smooth like butter. No. But
they're not watching in my house.
They're not getting all of us, Brett. They're looking at you going, here's what he doesn't like. Subtitle.
Exactly.
It's crazy. But that show is awesome. You have to start working on that one if you're not on it. I can't binge watching I watched 2 yesterday, and I'm like, oh. And I'm thinking totally, and my inner dialogue is all Sopranos voices, and like I'm hyper-focused on, hopefully tonight at 9 on HBO Max when the Sopranos movie comes out. But, and I'm setting my bar a little lower now, because having watched a lot of the series, I realize it cannot meet this. It can't do it.
Not in 2 hours.
It can't do it. So I don't want it to be Godfather 3.
But it could be Godfather 2.
But no, it can't. Godfather 2 is the best of the 3 movies. It could be Godfather. Godfather 2 is so far superior to the other one. And Godfather's probably the second best movie ever made.
So you'd say Sopranos is Godfather 2?
Godfather 2.
And then Saints of Newark, you're hoping for Godfather 1.
It has a chance, but it also has a chance to be Godfather 3.
No.
It has a chance. It could be. But it's following the Godfather thing because it's going back. The Godfather 2 about before Vito Corleone's. So it's very similar in that.
It's a tall order for him.
If fake tan George Hamilton shows up, I'm out. I'm changing the channel right away.
Yeah. Replacing Robert Duvall? What casting decision was this? But we'll see. But I'm lowering the bar because I watched a lot of Sopranos while I was down and out with the surgery, and I realized how great it was. It's going to be really tough to top. But that's tonight. But this Squid Game thing, it's great. You didn't watch the one where they have to carve out the shape?
No, I'm just midway through number 2.
That one's pretty great too because it's just a kids game when they carve out the shape of things. And there's, some Korean sex. I'm not really into Asian porn.
Is it blurred out?
Mm-mm.
No.
They don't get that close to
Japan.
it. Yeah, Japan's the only one that blurs. I don't know if Koreans do. I don't know that I've actually seen Korean porn.
I don't either.
I wouldn't know. Not going to lie. Not an anthropologist.
You just put porn in it. Or
Asian porn.
Yeah.
We put in the continent.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Because nobody really knows. Here in the States, you can't break that down. These people are from the Philippines. You call this Korean. I'm like, I don't care. I can kind of tell the difference there. Anyway, that's a good one. I've been watching that. But yeah, it's just a BTS. It's making the band in Korea. They're just going to come up with a great new killer band at the end. But it's pretty good. But they have that thing at the end of every sentence where like, Jingle to all their sentences end with this. That's a language I'll never get. The writing on the thing it doesn't make sense. They can't look at ours and think it's hard. They got to think, I don't get it, but that's easy. Compared to what they're doing, and then they're texting and they show their screens, and it's these symbols, and I'm like, I don't even know how to
sketch.
Don't they have like 6,000 different images for like their alphabet?
No, I don't.
I don't know how it works. I don't know what their keyboards look like. It's pretty impressive, though. Squid Game, if you're not on it, get on it. Somebody asked me, I've got 3 people, Jay Gutentag, a guy named Ty, and someone named Brian. I said, what time did you have your movement yesterday? Yes, yesterday was a great day for me. I finally had my shower and my poop. Not in that order. The over-under, I believe I said, what was it, 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
I think you said 1.
Yeah. 1 o'clock. I had 12:49, and I wasn't planning. I was sitting on the couch. I'm like, it's time.
I took the over, too.
And you went over 1.
Yeah, I think Matt Nagy was controlling your poops yesterday. Just screwing me with bets again.
This Brian guy said he and his friends at work had a time bet. Well, I'll tell you, 12:49 was the official sit-down.
Toledo got me by $1 in the price.
He screwed you.
Yep.
I saw it because you said 12:43 too, and he said 12:43. So you had I had to hit before 12:42. There was a chance. I was sitting on the couch. It was quite comfortable. Heard that last.
Here we go.
The body's like, all right, we're ready because we know that there's a shower afterwards. And it was glorious. It was beautiful. The cocktail I had been taking.
Did you take another one before you?
I had another one yesterday evening. The magnesium citrate did its job beautifully.
No plunger needed.
No, the stool softener had done its job beautifully. Everything was, it was flowing like it had never changed. Cleanup wasn't good. Cleanup was, let's just say stool softener.
Took some time.
Does its job. The shower needed a mop.
Need a power washer?
Oh, yeah. It was a little more violent than Squid Game in the shower. Because I struggle in the shower right now, bending over and stuff. So getting that Chattahoochee Canal effect of the water to run down the cracker. And let's just say the water came out. Guys are clean. And as you look down at the drain.
Rusty.
It was.
Oh, no.
We had some galvanized pipes. We had to get out of there. And, it was great, though. Clean. Sandalwood. Bourbon and sugar. The glorious smells of the soapy ass of me. Back again. No rust butt. Never had it, never will. Just beautiful. So 12:49 for those of you who are doing. And that just tells me right now FanDuel is winning. Because if you're betting on when the guy on the radio poops, we got a problem on our hands here.
Hey, it's fun.
It is sort of fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it. But yeah, it was a good one. Cleanup is not easy right now. I have no tilt. I have no toilet seat tilt.
Clean.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can do it, but then the reach back is
So you're doing
non-existent.
front wipes?
Coming in from the front. It's not a normal position
Your
for me.
low-hanging balls?
Yeah, got to move those out of the way. And then it just becomes a basically what I'm doing right now is a real long aircraft carrier runway. Because I can't just pull away.
No tail hook?
No. I got to go all the way down the line.
Oh, that visual.
Yeah. I got to hold that thing out. Yeah. Come out of the jungle and then run down the runway. Because I can't just stop and drop because I got no tilt. I tried standing up. Some people evidently clean themselves standing up. I don't know how you do that either. You're a back sleeper.
One of the last times we had this conversation, a bunch of people said that.
You're a back sleeper if you do that. Creepy bank robber or rapist. That's all you are. And then tried the crumple, not the fold. I don't know how people crumple and don't fold. Kind of animal are you? Because, yeah, the surgery makes it so you got to adapt and adjust. There's none of that. The fold is the key and everything else. But I got it out, 12:49. Then I'm in the shower. Everything's great. Shower floor is no longer bad.
Felt lighter.
Brady, it's...
Did you have to get one of those shower heads that detach so you can get...
I have one of the H&H Ranch. I got one of those.
Oh, okay.
And it's a little too powerful.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
it's like a water pit going
Yeah,
up
I think you
there
could do some
something, or
damage
what?
with that one. I've done a wash there, and it was... Let's just say I'm not going to do it again for...
It'll floss.
I think it'll slice me in half. It felt more like a lightsaber than it did water. But, yeah, so for those of you who are doing that, 12:49 yesterday. You were close, Brett.
Yeah.
The over was close.
Damn it.
Because I actually did sit on the couch and think, I'm going to wait. It's not immediate. I just had that. Like, oh, they're rumbling. Let's just get ready. And if it wasn't for the injury, I would have probably sat back and waited for the actual knock on the door. But I'm like, I got to go get prepped up, get the pants down, make sure I'm on the toilet when this thing's, I don't know how it's going to go. Cool. It's beautiful. It's a 6-flusher, Brady.
6 flusher.
Good work.
Six-flusher.
Good work.
Yeah. I don't like to sit in my own filth. Fill it, get rid of it. Filled it again, got rid of it again. Started the cleanup, got rid of some of the cleanup. Filled it again, which was surprising. That one kind of came out of the blue. And then cleanup was horrendous. It was like if you tried to paint your walls with like some Benjamin Moore and then clean it up with toilet paper. You got a bigger mess on your hands than you do any cleaning. Hopped right in the shower. Gorgeous.
The Van Dyke Brown was up and rolling.
Oh,
huh?
dude. The easel was covered in Van Dyke Brown. But, and that's it. So now I'm back. It's another step in the right direction post-surgery. Went to physical therapy again yesterday. Clean as a whistle. Actually, physical therapist commented, you smell good. I'm like, yeah, I do.
Like bourbon.
Yeah, I do. It smells like bourbon and sugared candles. A little sandalwood back there. Because I'm clean. That's why. Because I wash my ass, unlike these other animals you're working with here. Surgery.
I thought you had a bidet, Holmberg.
No,
Texter
I'm
says.
working on getting that. I have one at the Arias. Though I won't get one of the cheap ones. I got to get the electric.
Get the Aria one?
I'm getting the real deal. I did. Michael Legault got me a bidet here for the one at work, but I don't go at work. So I'll hook it up to make people think they can, and then I'll turn it on 900 and blow them off my toilet if they ever try to use it.
John, congratulations on emptying the tanks.
Thank
I don't
you.
know how things are going for you moving forward, but the next time, can you jump on a scale for a before and after?
Oh.
I'll wager on that.
That's pretty good. I don't think it was a lot of poundage lost.
No?
No. Although I did wake up this morning at 192. And that's
half
low.
gallon of liquid.
I don't think it wasn't liquid. It wasn't.
It was light. It was
light, fluffy.
Yeah.
It was like good pancakes. It was like good pancakes.
like a mousse.
You know when you make a pancake batter and you're like, this is a good one.
My tiramisu.
Yeah, it's tiramisu. It's creme brulee before you fire. Yeah, worked out beautifully. I'm proud of it. So I couldn't be happier. And then it makes you just want to keep going, get the other surgery. But I can't sleep on my back much longer. I'm going to kill some people. There's nothing about this back sleeping. It's not human. You guys are there's something wrong with all of you. All of you. Except Brady, who's got to do it for purposes of life.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You dream about bank robbery and.
Oh, you're not having normal human dreams. That's for sure. Because you're, on your back. You're Satan's minion. There's no possible way you're having a normal night's sleep on your back. You've done something terrible. All movies. The guy on his back is looking at the ceiling, guilty, sweating. He's never laying on his side or his stomach in a normal sleep position. That's what comfortable people do. Nope. Back sleepers. They're up to no good. Never trust one. Ever. It can't happen. Yeah, all these people are wanting this. I'm trying to – we got to executive produce the cast-off Mascot Island. Mrs. Butterworth finding Brian right now would be the greatest moment in television history. And again, because the simulation's completely shattered and broken, why wouldn't we do that? Chief Wahoo wandering around Florida screaming out, "Dinger! Dinger!" Brett wants to hear this one out there, and I still think this should have been everybody should have been canceled for this. In fact, Mike Richards, who was the Jeopardy host for 5 minutes, was the executive producer when this happened on The Price is Right. Still, people should have been fired that day.
Gets old.
No,
I love it.
It never does. And my jaw stays wide open every time I hear it.
Mine too.
She did what? What?
Contestant today here on The Price is Right, Nicole Slapner.
Not a name.
Wonder if she can get back in.
I wonder if the simulation could break to the point where we can actually wish that Nicole Slap her would get abducted and would go missing, and we'd have to scream out, "Slap." I can't even. In the woods, like the movie Adam. Slap. Are you out there? My friend's cat got lost, and his name was Snickers. Oh. And he brought it to work at Guadalupe.
Yeah.
And we were outside like, oh, God, where is he? And we're screaming out, "Snickers!" And from a distance, that does not sound. No. And, it's Guadalupe, so their chances are not too mad, but still Whitey running around screaming that for no reason. Like, what's going on?
Treat.
Those guys are up to no good, that's for sure.
Snickers!
Does any cookies for Snickers? There's little Snickers in this car. Hey. But from a distance, I was like, I don't like this. I'm not looking for your cat anymore.
And they hear the tail end of, I got some camp.
I know you love it. It was bad. So be careful with that. But Nicole Slap Nick her gets abducted. Nobody's going to look for her. Except for our band of cast-offs. The Tom Brenneman Dog the Bounty Hunter band of cast-offs, which I'm all for. Outside of that, my whole life has just been Sopranos. I watched the last episode again yesterday. I didn't realize this going into the Many Saints of Newark tomorrow. You know the guy that everybody thinks probably killed Tony?
The members-only guy.
The members-only guy. Yeah. Do you know the members-only, Ty? You probably do. The very first episode of the last season is called Members Only.
Right, yeah.
I didn't know that. And so the last guy, he's in a members-only jacket, sitting at the bar. They show him 3 times. He goes into the bathroom, which is how Luca Brasi got it in The Godfather, because they taped that gun under the toilet. And members only guy goes in there. I didn't realize, because I've been watching and reading which one is this? I'm like, members only. I'm like, that's the first. I don't know all the titles. Like Pine Barrens, I remember that.
Of course,
Made in America is the last one. But they have the titles of every episode. And I remembered members only, but I didn't remember the members only guy until the last episode yesterday. And I'm like, oh, they told us.
Sitting at the counter.
He did it. Yeah. Two shots of him at the counter, and then he walks into the bathroom. And then just awesome. And again, I didn't realize this until yesterday. If it weren't for, and maybe it's because I'm hyper aware to it because the person that's been driving me to work the last couple of days. Female drivers, again, the problem. Had Meadow been able to park that car in a reasonable amount of time, she'd have been sitting next to Tony. And as we all know, family doesn't get it. He wouldn't have reached around Tony and done that.
On top of that, Phil Leotardo might still be alive, too, because his wife didn't put it in park.
That's exactly right.
Got his head crushed.
Both bosses from the 2 main families in The Sopranos both got killed because a female driver wasn't paying attention. That's right. She left it in drive.
Yeah.
And Phil's run over by the Ford.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Female drivers twice. David Chase hates female drivers.
Well, we all kind of do.
He keeps it real, John.
I do now. Yeah, no, that's why the show's the best of all time. It's like the attention to detail and the realism was amazing. But Meadow screwed up parallel parking twice.
Yeah.
And was running late and then ran in right as that guy's coming out of the bathroom, realizing I got a clean shot at Tony from here. I can come walking right out of the bathroom and plug him. If Meadow was sitting there, he wouldn't have had that clean shot. No. Had she parked that car right the first time, she'd have been inside sitting at Holston's right next to Pops. And they'd have had to wait. God, that show's good.
So you think for sure he got whacked?
He did. Why would they just end it and say that? I mean, they told you in a couple episodes earlier when Bobby and him are there, and he's like, I think you just go black, and it's over. Like, he had that nihilistic view that this is it. Enjoy what you got, because when you die, you just go black. And then they just went black, and it went over. And then the first episode called Members Only, and then a guy in a Members Only jacket in 2006.
Yeah.
Come on.
But I think it was, I hated it when it first happened, because I was just like, what the, but now it's like,
brilliant.
It's pretty solid.
What other ending could you have? Okay, you see him get shot. Okay, that's too easy.
Right.
He gets away. Well, that's ridiculous.
Okay, let's say he gets shot. Revisit the whole thing. Let's say it is the members only guy. Mm-hmm. They clearly say he shot him and he runs out. Now you're like, well, who's that?
Right.
Well, who was he working with? Because Phil's dead. Was he one of Phil's guys? He's never been on the show before. And, all the things that come up from that. So you got more arguments about what just happened. Now some nobody kills him? And then the whole show gets blasted for that.
Then you got the next man up. Where does it go from there? Who's taking over? Which families?
Right. But the Soprano family's gone.
Yeah, New York moved in.
New York took over.
Yeah.
But did they? Because it must have been Johnny Sack. But
he was dead.
Yeah, he's dead, right. So his family's Phil's dead. Like nobody's around anymore. So it was all the people you'd never heard of. They're just just cleaning house of the mess that had gone through Jersey. So it's the cleanest ending to the thing. I never wanted it to be something that had, when they started talking before James Gandolfini died of doing another one, like, we'll do a movie and why? Let's end it with, not everybody has to be spoon-fed a happy, clean ending. This was up for debate, which makes it even better. I think it's the best ending in TV history. I really do. At first, I think I was upset. I think I totally was. Just because it made me work. It gave me work. And I thought it was lazy and whatever. And then after a while, I'm like, wait a minute. That's not lazy. They told me the whole season. Here's what's going to happen. It's going to end. It's just going to end. Everything just ends. Tony's been talking about it in therapy the entire. What's the point? He keeps saying.
And him and Bobby were right there talking about it.
In that boat. Yep. Just goes black.
Yep.
Just over. So, yeah, this is going to be.
At least it wasn't a dream sequence or something stupid like, Dallas and.
Yeah, that they come back. It's like
St. Elsewhere did that too.
Exactly. Well, St. Elsewhere, that was a pretty amazing ending because it turned out the whole thing was imagined by some autistic boy in a snow globe.
Yeah, I thought that one sucked.
Well, it was a cop-out in a way to say everything you just watched was garbage because it makes you feel like you wasted your time.
Right. The only one that I actually liked that was a dream sequence, the ending of Newhart, where he woke up in bed and he was back in the Bob Newhart
show. The old Newhart
Yeah,
show.
It was great.
She
was there. And
that was really funny. But yeah, most TV finales are no good, but to go back and try again, I got to set the bar lower because just watching Sopranos since the surgery on Friday, I got home, And they started the marathon, and I'm like, all right, I'll watch a couple of these. Next thing you know, I'm 2 hours, get up, do some stuff, go back down. I'll watch another one. That's it. And then I'm done. I can't just sit here and watch. And then that's all I did. I loved it. So I've been on my inner dialogue is Tony.
Is better when you're binging. Like if you can see the last 4 or 5 or that last season, like how I watched it, because I always remembered hearing people upset about the ending. And when you watch it with 4 or 5 episodes before,
right,
you follow. Or I mean, in the season, you're watching the whole thing within 3 weeks, basically.
Yeah. If you can get it to where it's just all together.
Because you can remember, you can recall the certain
and you
meetings
also
where he talked.
Were never involved in the conversations on
not
Monday.
Too much I heard. Right,
when
exactly.
I'd come in and like, oh my God, and Brett and I would talk about it, and Paul or whoever else we'd get involved in, Larry, and we'd be like, oh, so, and then we'd come up with our own theories of what's going to happen next or who's going to do this. Paul's amazing at that. He should be a writer. Because with Breaking Bad, every week that was on, towards the end, I'd go into Paul's office and say, what do you think's happening? That Squid Game's kind of got that going. Although I do think I have it kind of figured out. But I'll leave it alone. I don't think it's going to be that difficult to figure this one out, although the violence is worth it.
Is it like watching that Rambo movie where like the arms are just flying off?
Yeah.
Ridiculous violence?
It's not that ridiculous, but it's pretty darn ridiculous. It's pretty great.
Human nature.
It's pretty great. I don't know if that's anything about human nature because they're just random murder.
The decision to compete in general.
Well, like it's the greed. Yeah, the greed kicks in, but all the rest of it.
Not only that is how, you're that down and out or whatever you're going to.
Yeah, you'll do whatever you can to get yourself back in. But none of them, at the point you're at, none of the people in Squid Game know that they're going to get killed. They're just playing a game. They're like, oh, this is a fun island of games.
So this is a TV show.
Where I'm at,
you're one. Well, they've already had it. Yes. But you've only watched one game.
Right.
Yeah. So up to that point,
they bailed.
Up to that point, they had no idea.
So is this like Korean Hunger Games then type thing, or what?
A little.
Okay.
Only it's a darker, seedier version. It's good.
All right.
Yeah. Get over the subtitle thing. I'm with you. I don't like watch. Look, I'm with you. I don't like foreigners doing anything either. I prefer my entertainment to be English and attractive to me.
And not pixelated.
And yeah, that's the thing. I'm still mad about some of that Asian porn pixelating. So I still got a little craw with any video with too many Asians. I'm like, somebody's going to get pixelated at the good parts. I don't need that. But man, is it good. I'm excited about all this stuff. Jeremy's going out this morning. He's at Safeway. Signal Butte Road in Warner. If the truck makes it, haven't heard yet if it has or not. Our truck is not in good shape. We need a mechanic to stand by out there in Mesa with Jeremy because it's not going to start again. But it's for a good cause. KUPD Employment Packs. We are getting these things boxed up and blown out on Veterans Day. That's November 11th, right here at our KUPD studios. Every year we've done it. It has been a rousing success. And what is it? Well, collecting a bunch of stuff for the Arizona troops that are deployed overseas. Just because the news tells you everybody's home, that's not true. Loads of troops overseas still, all over the place, just looking for a little care package from home. And a lot of them would just love some of the basics. They go 3, 4, 5 days without the basics, and you don't even know it. Toothbrushes, toothpaste that isn't from their little thing. You get the body wipes and letters. People love that. Like, that was a big thing. Those kids that made that group of letters, they went crazy. And we've gotten flags that flew over bases in different places that said, hey, if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't have made it. This was Arizona, blah, blah, blah. Whatever group it was, said this was our base, and Arizona troops got all that stuff from you guys, and it means something. So that's all from you listeners, and you can drop it off. Today, let's focus on some of those body wipes. That's good stuff. So let's head on over and get them some things at Safeway this morning. Signal Butte Road and Warner, that's where we go, and we'll help out the folks overseas through the holidays, because that's about the time it starts rolling in, although it gets there pretty fast. Right after we mail it out on the 12th, I start hearing from those guys 15th. Like, I'll get a letter from somebody saying, hey, thanks, we got the package. That's awesome.
We sending that stuff FedEx or something? I mean, man, they're getting it quick.
USPS has done it. It's been amazing.
Man.
They knock it out. And we give KUPD stickers, and so far so good with that, because we saw a couple things on national news when they were going through the weapons that they'd taken.
The barracks.
The giant KUPD stickers all over the guns and stuff we'd seized. And
Ammo Depot, that's right.
It's great. There's a KUPD sticker emblazoned right there. Boom! Amongst all these AK-47s and guns they'd taken from the Taliban. We gave them back, but still.
They got it all back.
Yeah, they got it all back. I mean, it's theirs again. But now they have to stare at this wretched KUPD thing and try to figure that out. Which means maybe if advertising works the way they say bumper stickers do, a few of the Taliban got online. It's like, what is 98kupd.com? Let's
Tap
listen.
that app, Omar.
Yeah, there
Tap
you go.
that app.
Yeah, hit the button. Hit it in the red one on the right. No, not that one. No, God damn it.
Is Wintermeyer bilingual to sell to them or what?
Oh, come on. Wintermeyer will figure it out.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
He'll do Google Translate.
He'll learn some Afghani. So I'm heading over to Afghanistan. Would you do an endorsement for the Al Qaeda?
No, that's Brady.
I will. What's that? What do we got to do here?
What restaurant you talking?
Yeah, Afghani meats and bombs.
Come on down, the old Mosque of Meat. The Meat Mosque. Hey, that's not bad.
And Ghost has their new single out today. Their album's not coming out until January, but this is
January, yeah.
This is from the Halloween movie, right?
Yeah, Halloween Kills.
Yeah, it's the new Jamie Lee Curtis trying to put an end cap on the Halloween movies, right?
They've been doing
I know.
that, and finally.
They can't do it. They keep dragging her out and her, Activia and her mobile pooper and her silver hair.
I'm still going to go see.
Yeah, I know you like those. There are so many bad ones. But
Oh,
Halloween
yeah.
Kills is coming out, and this is Ghost. So our wake-up song, you saw that was on there. Well,
Yeah.
of course we're going to play Ghost's new one. I haven't heard it yet. It's called Hunter's Moon. So we'll see. And also, speaking of Toledo, we did the video of me
Yep, I'll
revealing.
post that right now.
How come you didn't do it yesterday?
Because I waited for you to talk about it. We'll post it right now.
Oh. I thought we were going to do it right after. Either way, see my wound, undressed for the first time. I have 42 staples. The scar is huge.
Yeah, they're
Did you count
tight.
them?
Yeah.
Oof.
Is that amazing?
That's a lot.
I guess maybe
that's
20.
A pretty tight packing.
Oh, it's tight. The scar's going to be amazing, and I don't want that. I wanted the beer fight, the broken beer bottle.
Oh,
Big old-
jagged.
The Al Capone just
Yeah, the
Scarface
double deuce
Yeah.
fight scar. But no, this is going to be a real tiny scar. I don't like that. That's just damn doctors at the core being all professional and good at what they do. You got a guy on the other hand. It's like, look, cut some, do some
little
stuff.
gap
here.
in there, Doc.
Throw a gap in there and make it. Oh, there's infection. Get some paperwork says I won't sue you if this thing gets wonky. I want it to be ugly. Go jagged. Get a jagged chop in there. Make me look like a jack-o'-lantern. Because right now the bruising is impressive. So Toledo will post a video as we pulled
Post it right now.
We pulled the
Give me like 2 minutes.
Band-Aid off yesterday. Brady went to touch it and act like he's licking it and stuff. A real man would have just licked it. Want another try?
It's very minty.
Want another try?
No.
Tastes like bourbon and sugar.
You don't want to go down there and give it a... It's clean. It is. It probably does. Little adhesive. I'm not going to lie. You want to get in there?
I'm good.
You sure?
Let me think about it.
Yeah, let's go. I'll let you lick this.
I'm not.
Lick my wounds. All right. He wouldn't touch it. And in the video, it comes off like 7-8 inches
don't know
away.
that.
No, you do.
Oh, no.
It's bad pantomime.
It's so real.
No, it's terrible pantomime. It was funny to watch.
You're out of practice.
You got to pantomime better. Brady's tapping Toledo on the shoulder the whole time he's filming.
Check it out. It's gonna look like I'm eating it.
And Brady got your hand in the shot. That's about as close as you got. Touch it, lick it, eat it. Make that thing yours. You got it. It looks like a zipper. The bruising's actually worse now than it was in that picture. It's just brutally ugly. It doesn't hurt that bad, but man, is it? It's a good picture. So Toledo will post that if you're curious about my wound. And if you want Brady to lick it, you got to do a GoFundMe. That'll be his Squid Game. But this is Ghost. It's Hunter's Moon.
Brought to you by Action Ride Shop.
Oh, yeah, Action Ride Shop. That's right. I forgot. Yeah, it's all over. Yeah, they helped write this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is good stuff. They were riding their bikes to Hunter's Moon the other night. It's Hunter's Moon. All right, it's Ghost. I haven't heard this yet either, so we'll see if this is any good. It's your wake-up song from Halloween Kills, which has got to come out this weekend, right? Or next?
October 15th, I believe.
Oh, no kidding. They're getting right up to it. It's Ghost. It's 98 KUPD. Wakes up, boys.
Our country is facing a major crisis. We need to find out what's causing it.
KUPD.
I'm already replacing words with that with dirtier words, but I like that. Ghost, Hunter's Moon. I like that one. But Brett's right. It's got no hook, and yet it's
still cool.
Super catchy.
Yeah.
Tobias sure loves him some pop music. He's got a whole bunch of little pop tricks in there. That's a cool one. A new one from Ghost as your wake-up song this morning. Wanted to get that in there. Sometimes because I'm a Ghost fanatic.
Didn't he say he was a big fan of Kiss, though?
Loves Kiss. But he's Swedish. He's from another place. He doesn't understand. He was into theatrics.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got that out of him. It was the theatrics of it all that excite him. And that's why he does what he does. It's the theatrics. I still don't understand the people that, when I went to that ghost show a couple of years ago now, and there was Tobias goes on and on, Papa Emeritus, goes on and on stage about silly stuff, and he's kind of funny. But it takes some time between songs to speak. And then some guy goes, get on with it. Come on. I'm like, you're at a ghost show. He does this. Come on, play Square Hammer. You're not calling the shots. And I've never understood that dude. Dude at the concert who thinks, look, guys, I got this. I'll say something. He'll listen to me. You're just an asshole. Come on, that's enough of that.
Got my heckle in.
Yeah, and you know what it does? It makes the performer say, I'm going to drag it out for a while. No performer's ever gone, oh my, I'm sorry, sir, individual. This thing I've been doing all over the place with great success, you don't like, so I have to cater it to your needs. That's right.
Is that the show they opened for Maiden?
No.
Oh, okay.
Was the one
I was
going
to say, I could see it at a Maiden show.
Oh, at Maiden. I don't think he did his normal thing. But this was the headlining ghost show over there at the whatever Dodge Theater's called now, Arizona Union of Theaters. But it's, so it was pretty, just stop it. Just let him go. And there's parts you can walk away later and say, I didn't like how much he talked. That's up to you later. But you let him do the performance, and then you walk away and say, I like the music, but I didn't like the performance in between the songs. He blab, blab, blabs. Screaming out at Papa Emeritus. Stop with the theatrics in the show and just do the things I want. Yeah, he's right. Like, nobody ever says that. And when you know you're an idiot when you scream something and nobody goes, yeah, that guy's right. That you don't know. It might be your buddies around you, but you're just an embarrassment. I just got an email from somebody that said this is making, like, Christians Against Dinosaurs is the thing now, and it's starting to get some traction.
Are you surprised?
I hate this world.
I do, too. It's a picture of dinosaurs together, drawings of them trying to have sex. And the lady says, I apologize for how graphic this is, but it makes a good point. How did dinosaurs mate? They couldn't because they didn't exist. Someone's lying.
Well, if it has any truth to the survey, that according to Facebook, you ready for this?
Yeah.
The top 20 pages that people access, that Christians access for their information.
Dinosaurs aren't real?
No, the top 20, 19 out of the 20 are from Eastern European troll farms. The information that is pulled out by Christians on Facebook.
19 out of 20 pages that are most visited.
Of the top 20, 19
that Christians
of them.
go to.
Yeah.
Trolls make it.
Christians on Facebook.
They go to troll sites. They get fooled more often than anyone.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, that's faith.
Idiots.
That's called faith. You have faith you're not being fooled, so you're more trusting. But this whole deal...
Or the troll sites have faith, and they do it aside from trolling. Let's get you some real information out there,
Trolls, they have that kind side.
Yeah.
But yeah, Christians Against Dinosaurs. That's the flat earthers times 2, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I really think
it is.
What in the world was the motivation of faking dinosaurs? The world's motivation to fake dinosaurs. This isn't like a pocket of people that came up with it.
And to go out of your way to bury it. Pretty good. Good enough that you could discover. Like it could have happened in the last...
But again, you'd have to have every nation on the planet in on it.
For years.
Yeah, for ages. Yeah.
Countries, different
generations,
dialects, cultures.
Different religions.
Yeah.
Everybody's pretty much like, yeah. But Christians Against Dinosaurs getting some tread. And based on the idea that it says someone's lying because they drew some photos of what it would look like to a couple of...
how could they possibly mate?
Weren't Brontosaurus eggs anyway? Didn't they lay giant eggs?
Yeah.
We learned that from Jurassic Park. And then they have the...
That's where you're getting your dinosaur.
Well, that's where all of us get our stuff. Same reason I knew about JFK. Movies. I know everything from TV and movies. I don't know anything from books. Those ones that have the jagged backs.
The Stegosaurus.
And they have them in the missionary position on the thing. And the Christians Against Dinosaurs. And it's like, it's impossible. You see, T-Rex, they'd have to move that tail way out of the way. I think T-Rex laid eggs too, or they were the ones who self-replicate. Someone's lying, they say. So expect that to catch stuff too. Brent Crandall sent that. He's like, and stupid people still being heard over smart ones. I hope that one gets legs, too. And then this one, this is a great quote. Quote of the day, I say, Jordan. If Dog the Bounty Hunter finds Brian Laundrie before the FBI, I'm never paying taxes again. Now, that's a heckle I can get behind. I'm with this guy. I will never pay another penny of taxes again. We will defund the FBI if Dog the Bounty Hunter gets on this and wins the race to Brian Laundrie. Now, if he stumbled across him, it's one thing. But when he joined the hunt and got like legs ahead of the FBI without any of their research or knowledge, because he's not privy to the files. They're not just giving Dog the info they've got. But if Dog has a general radius and he finds him, we can defund the FBI. There's no way we need him anymore.
I want to see it happen just to see the press conference from the FBI.
Glorious. Well, if it wasn't for the help of this guy dressed up as Chief Wahoo and Dog the Bounty Hunter and Mrs. Butterworth, we'd have never find Brian Laundrie. So, of course, we're very grateful for them. Where did the FBI go wrong? We don't feel we went wrong so much as, God damn it, Dog. Yeah. And then Eric Moreno says, if Dog catches this guy, he's getting another N-word card. I think that's probably fair.
Got the pass back.
He said his was revoked.
That's his payment?
Yeah, that's how you get it back. You solve a mystery, and then you get what you ask for from the government. Can I have an N-word card? Absolutely, go crazy. And then you can use it. Don't abuse it, but use it as you feel. And then we never do this, but I'll do this one. Michael Sipniewski says, it's my girlfriend Haley Pappas. Is that right? Or is that one of them joke names?
No,
Haley
right.
Pappas. It's her 24th birthday, and she loves to listen. He said she would be blown away if she even heard the smallest birthday shout out to her while she was at work. She has no clue I'm asking. Well, happy birthday, Haley, the 24-year-old girl. Says, John, I hope your old man body goes back to normal. Keep rocking. Michael, congratulations.
Hopefully he gets blown away for that, too.
That's the only reason I'm doing it, because he put in code, man code, she would be BLOWN, all in caps and, spaced out. So I think I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I got you.
You got it.
Happy birthday, Haley. Michael says it would blow you away to get a birthday wish. So why don't you go home and say thanks to Michael? You can leave your job. First off, it's a girl job. Second, you're 24. It's not important. You're not doing anything you can't walk away from and come back to me. And if you're hot enough, you can leave your job anytime you want for BJ's and then come back and go, oh, my God, I had to give my boyfriend a PJ. And everybody in the office will be like, God damn it, amazing. Except for that fat lady that brings donuts every morning. She's mad at you. And I can tell already she's probably kind of hot. Haley Pappas.
Yeah, she's been kicked by a couple of crocs in the office.
Yeah. I'm not sure what that means, Brady, but I think you just said the fat girls are mean to her.
That's what I'm going with.
Kicked by crocs. Oh, because they wear crocs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I went to Florida for a second.
No.
I got you now. So the ladies in crocs, they can't lift their legs high enough to kick Haley's tight ass. That thing's way too high up. Even sitting down, those pigs can't lift those, stretch pants up high enough. Most of the time, they're in like medical scrubs at work. What are you wearing those for? I just want to be comfortable. You know how you could be more comfortable? You lost 65 pounds. Jesus Christ, balloon. Well, this goddamn Haley gets to leave whenever she wants. Yeah, she's earned it.
Look at her.
She won the genetic lottery, and she's not abusing it. I have no idea what you look like under all this hot air balloon material. I hate Haley. You hate yourself. You're projecting. You hate that you can't be Haley. You don't really hate Haley. Happy birthday, Haley, on your 24th. And go take care of Michael. He's a nice man. We'll check in with Jeremy in a little bit. He's out there again. Signal Butte and Warner. Signal Butte Road and Warner and Mesa. KUP deployment happening. You can check it out at 98kupd.com. We got an Amazon wish list up there as well. And help those troops out. You guys always come through. The Brady Report is next.
Our country is facing a major crisis. We need to find out what's causing it.
KUPD.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, eat, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.